Morning, everybody. And I expect to some it might be good morning again. How is everybody this morning while I check to make sure everything seems to be working? Right, so where are we? Well, actually I'm kind of working towards making pemmican. For which I need one bear cured, rose hips, which I think I've got, fat and salt, which I have. Now my preference would be to plink the bear that gave me such a rough time a few days ago, but if it doesn't show up, I may as well go and plink the one that is on the ice, because I've kind of cleared the area of wolves. Lost 2 arrows in the process. So, and pemmican is arguably the best food in the game. I think it's the lightest and most calorie dense, so that's worth having, and it doesn't smell, from what I gather. Right. Let's get on with it. Ooh, sorry for the shaky. What time of day is it? It is evening time. Why am I stinky? Oh, that's why I'm stinky. So I'm carrying... Apparently I have decided to feed myself fish, presumably with the intention of fixing the interminable vitamin C problem. Oh, it's still relatively early in the day. It might even be worth hanging out here for a bit, see whether I can attract some attention. Of course, to do that properly, I would need to load myself up with more fish.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Oh, no, all that, and I only get 2 bars of stinky. And a complete inability to move. Yeah, okay, let's drop some stuff. Hey, Danny, how are you doing? Good morning, Peanut. Good morning, Lola. Fresh meat, anybody? Nice stinky person? I probably shouldn't tempt fate. Yeah, I'm feeling very uncomfortable tempting fate more than I absolutely have to. Oh, not too bad. The conversation with the government went, to be honest, as expected. I have to provide some information for them, but it should all be routine. No particular problem. It's just something you wish you didn't have to do. And I got my first paid subscription on Twitch. Sorry, excuse me. Which is a minor achievement. Good morning, Anna. How are you today? I ought to call this... If I named these bears, I could call this Waiting for Godot, which is not a play I've ever seen, but it's fairly famous. I'm doing all right. I was just saying, I got my. Oh, you got it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Thank you much to Fallen Raven for that. It's not actually the first paid subscription. I gifted somebody a sub because without them I would never have made affiliate on Twitch, or I would have taken a lot longer, so I gave them a sub. But that doesn't count. Yeah. No, I guess I'm just gonna have to go and hunt the bear on the ice, aren't I? Because I do need to get that thing curing. I need a cured bear, and I need fat. And of course I got rid of all the fat, but at least there's one thing for sure. I'll get fat from the bear. Salt I have. What have I got in terms of rose hips? I do need rose hips.
Very much more.
Which is interesting, because it makes... Oh, don't worry about it. I quite understand. It's purely optional. I do have rose hips. Okay, I think that's more than enough rose hips. I may have to go hunting rose hips. It's kind of interesting, because that means pemmican is a limited food supply, isn't it? Because rose hips don't respawn, so sooner or later you would use up all your rose hips. I think I got that right, didn't I? So I do have rose hips. Do I have any rose hips on me? I don't think I do. I do not. But I'm kind of proud of it because it's a limited. It's a minor little achievement. Might as well just bite on the bullet, skip through the day, and then we'll go out bear hunting tomorrow. And I'll go after the one on the ice. Yeah, we'll just pass time. And I need a what's it? Aurora, don't I? Yeah, of course there's not going to be an aurora when I want one. Oh, don't worry about it. No, really. I'm not doing this for the money. It's just that it's a nice, it's an achievement. It's not one I expected to make anytime soon, so do not worry about it. tortured by gods. Right. Let's see. Nearly cured, nearly cured. Do I have the travois on me? I do. Good. And I'm not stinky. Oh, I appreciate that, but like I say, nobody is under any obligation at all. Let me make that absolutely clear. In fact, if I could find a way to give subscriptions to people who have been following me for a long time, I would, but I have limited funds myself. As you might be able to tell, I'm having to sort of save up so I can get a green screen, you know, that kind of thing. I should collect. I probably ought to collect some wood, shouldn't I? Just in case. You know, I didn't check to see whether the moose was there. Do we have any pallets over here that I can grab?
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Hopefully I won't need much wood. Hopefully everything will be accommodating. That would be even nicer. Just in case. Ah! Didn't want to do that. Alright. There's always that thing, you know, when you accidentally drop something and it's like... Alright. There we go. That should be enough to restock. Oh, great. Does everybody see that over there? 2 more wolves on the ice. Oh, is that a... Oh yeah, that's the wolf I couldn't harvest yesterday. Because of the proximity of Yogi. Maybe I should name the bears Yogi. That makes them just too approachable. And there he is. So I'm going to have to shoot a bear and at least 2 wolves, because I guarantee those 2 wolves are not going to be cooperative, are they? Because of course they're not. Yeah. And he's seen me. Oh, I didn't realise I'd left the bearskin bedroll behind. That was foolishness. Ah! Well, here we go again. Yeah, that's slightly embarrassing that I forgot that. I'm definitely going to have to do something about those two. Because, yeah, they're not going to make this easy. Yeah, you can sort of see why I didn't want to go anywhere near skinning that poor dead wolf. Of course, the thing is, now I'm stuck here until I do actually do something about him, aren't I? I don't have the option to just run off and leave. Yeah. Oh, look at that run I had to do because I forgot it. Right, now let's get rid of those wolves. I am very tempted to simply go and advance on them. Yeah, I think we have a development. Things will be a lot safer once I get rid of those two. Yep. That's a wolf showing an interest. Okay. That was a wolf showing an interest. What I should have done... Good. All the fish I'm eating. What am I looking at? I am looking at my statistics so that I can... 9. Okay, so when that clicks over to 10, we know we're relatively safe there. Yeah, I'm amazed I haven't died because of forgetting my bedroll. Oh, there it is. He's over there. Well, I'll tell you what I can do. I can... Oops. I forgot my pot, didn't I? course I did, but I should have... I have a can. Alright. Gotta leave a can in here. Yes, I do. Sorry, what have they been doing that since the last wildlife update? Running away, you mean? Nothing's wrong with my bedroll, as far as I can tell.
This pack is getting kind of heavy. It's dusk, so I can't be far behind.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Wolfie. Nice, fresh person. Yes, it looks like it needs patching, but it's actually pretty good condition. Oh, drat, that was foolish. I should have brought the pot. Dude, where's my pot of water? Oh, I left water behind here, didn't I? Yes, I did. Look at that. I actually left water here. How organized is that? And this is the moment at which we... Oh, great. There's an aurora tonight. Can you bring the radio out here? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, I have never had to face animals in the middle of an aurora. And I have no desire to. But it's funny, with the door there, you have this momentary thing. Two things. One, you look, I mean, when it's pitch dark, there could be a bear right outside and you'd never notice. So that's the first thing that's interesting. The second thing is this little thing in the back of your head that says, a bear could just reach in and snatch me straight out. Oh, that would be so useful if you could bring it here so that you could just, or you could take the radio with you. I mean, wow. I have not seen the crows flying at night. That is a first. Oh, hello, Fallen Raven. How are you doing? Hello, Penguin Gamer. It's a pretty game when it's like this. When you're being mauled by a bear, not so pretty. But yeah, that is quite a pretty game. Bear crows? Don't know. No, obviously. Ooh. I just made a mistake, didn't I? I wasn't going to do that. Okay, it's not too bad. What's he running away from? So, is the bear dead? You do? Oh yeah, let's have a look-see. Cheating man's method of finding out if we have a dead bear. 10. I have no idea what the points are. So we have a dead bear. All I've got to do now is find it. Oops. Where's the dead bear going to be? Come on, crows, give me a clue. What do you want to bet is over there by those huts? Yeah, he's not in its den. Last time, actually, it did die over here. If anybody sees a bear-shaped lump and I don't comment, let me know. Great.
Gotta warm up somehow.
Morning, Eugene. Morning? Well, I guess he didn't pick this place to die. Great. Now I've got to really hunt for it. We're going to take a moment, I think, to warm up. Oh, I've got fat if I need it. Well, admittedly it's ruined, but still.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Alright. We will do... Ooh, that's useful. I'm going to need these. And I'm going to have to deal with that wolf. How are you this morning, Eugene? Ah, oops. That was not a good shot.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Oh well. Could be worse. No, that's a boat. Is it a boat pretending to be a bear? That's what I want to know. I don't think I've ever lost this bear. That's not it, is it? It's a rock, isn't it? It's going to be a rock. Well, it didn't drop dead. It is dead. because my dead bear count went from 9 to 10. The problem is finding it. Actually, that might be it. What do we think? Well, it's better than the alternative. Yep, I think that's it. But you can see what I mean, can't you? From a distance. Is that a bear-shaped rock or a rock-shaped bear? That looks like a bear-shaped bear. And I wish I could say that the only reason I knew it was a bear was because I'm used to what's here and what isn't. But the truth is, no, I just saw it and I thought, that's a suspicious-looking blob. Yay! Is this the point at which I say, is this supposed to be a competition or it's not a competition? I even got my arrow back. I'm sorry, Mr. Bear. So we will quarter this. And it doesn't matter what I use, so I'll use the hacksaw.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
My biggest concern now is heading that way and running into the other bear. Because I am going to, well, I'm not going to be stinky, but drat. It's a heavy bear. Ah. It's a big one. So, in principle, all the threats should be ahead of me. Every creak of this thing is making me think there's something here. No, I didn't know, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, the thing doesn't really last that long. That deer doesn't know it, but its potential Trify repairing material. But thanks for the knowledge. That's a new one on me. How many days since I killed those 2 wolves outside the garage? Yeah. It's been a few, hasn't it? Well, mission accomplished.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
This was the whole purpose of that little expedition. Lightweight food. Oh, hang on a moment. No, I'm good. Ah, no. Let's eat something. Oh, I've got bait on me, haven't I? No wonder I'm a bit stinky. Oops. Yes, I do understand what you mean. I actually had that happen once and I cheated and reloaded. Now you've got me all paranoid. Uh, I did actually, yeah, like I said, I ended up just reloading the game from the last save point. And it was fixed fixed in quotes shortly after that. But I wasn't happy. The only animal I've lost due to what might be identified as actually a specific glitch was a bear in Bleak Inlet. Shot it, it dropped over dead. I went inside, can't remember why, came outside, and
I'll take it.
it was gone when I came back outside. I wasn't happy. We can't put it down to skill then, huh?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I don't know that you would necessarily say I've been lucky. I mean, getting mauled by a bear in a place I couldn't escape. Oh, yeah, I was not happy with that. Oh, no, second one. It happened to me again. Do you remember? Desolation Point. I hit the bear from the lighthouse. I got a good solid hit, and it came running around as if it was going to make its way up the road. And it wasn't a case of duck inside the lighthouse. It was literally shoot it, saw the blood splash on the ice. Oh, yes. Don't forget the wolf. That wasn't luck, that was sheer determination. But yeah, you're right, I did think I was dead. Yeah. Yeah. If you ever want to see that, Eugene, the live stream was entitled "Never Give Up," because I was going to Bleak Inlet, got to the ravine, got to the cave on the right side, near the derailment, and realized I'd forgotten my bedroll. And I had no choice but to head back. I thought, right, I was almost prepared to just say, well, that's it, I'm dead. In fact, I probably said that. But then I thought, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. Let's head back. So headed back toward across the ravine, down the coastal highway, took the shortest route I could, in the dark, in a blizzard, just went downhill and made it. The luckiest part of that was that the wolf... Did the wolf attack me? I can't remember. Ran across a wolf. Ran across a bear. The bear did attack me, didn't it? I think the bear attacked me. And then the second time it was going to attack me, I shot it and it ran away. That was incredibly lucky. Oh, and that is full. You were on the edge of the seat. How do you think I felt? Yeah, I can't remember though. I don't remember. The funny thing is, I don't remember what happened to the wolf. Okay, so we've got that full. I didn't know where I was going either. I didn't know Coastal Highway as well as I do now, but I would have made the same choice now as I did back then. Essentially, once I exited the ravine and entered the Coastal Highway, I turned right and basically went downhill because I knew if I kept going downhill, I'd get to the road, and if I could get to the road, I could get to shelter. And that is in the end what happened. But of course, when you do that from that particular point, as you know, you go straight through bear territory. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for you, Eugene, but yeah, getting down the hill wasn't the end of it. Not exactly. I can't remember. Did I end up harvesting the bear? Oops.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, crap. I can't find my cooked bear amongst the remnants. Do you know what I haven't done? I have not checked to see whether or not it chewing on my head did actually do any damage. I should probably do that. So, I got a head wound, but my new rabbit skin hat didn't suffer any damage. That's new, that's new, that's new. Those are new, those are new, those are new. Yeah. Bleak Inlet. Would I go if I had a bow? I might risk. I haven't managed to get a good interloper run going, as everybody knows. But on Stalker, if I had to go to the cannery with just a bow, I would probably risk it. As long as I had a fair number of arrows. Yes, I got very lucky. Oh, you know what they say about lucky rabbits' feet? Not so lucky for the rabbits. Oh, actually, do you know what? There's one thing I didn't check. No, no. I had one attack where the crampons got chewed up. Oh no, I'm not complaining. I would love to get a good interloper run going. I mean, look how long it took me to get this run going. This took me 3 or 4 starts to get a stalker run. This stalker run going. The last one I ended because after 60 days because I got a triple bear mauling, which I may or may not have been able to avoid this time round if I'd done it again. But I also ended up in everywhere, didn't I? One of them should have worked, but I got cocky and moved too quickly. What did I go? I made it from. Did I start in Timberwolf Canyon? Made it from there to Black Rock, found the warden's revolver, then got eaten by a wolf. And that was my fault. I simply got too close. Yeah, I shouldn't have. That run I should have been able to do. Yeah. If I'm trying to think, I could have. Yes, it kept noticing me, which was yeah, irritating. Yeah, because I actually made it to Blackrock, got to the penitentiary, was starting to be in a good place, walked too close to a wolf when I had the revolver on me, and I should have shot the wolf, but I thought, no, I don't need to, I'm holding a torch, but I got too close, and so it triggered the attack mechanism. So, was I holding a lit torch? It was either that or a flare, but yeah. But failed interloper runs have taught me a lot. I mean, I once spent one night running away from wolves in interloper. They didn't come. They didn't catch me. I think I ended up falling down a mountainside. Okay, so I definitely need. Oh, I definitely want to stash my rose hips because I'm going to need those.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
You know what I might do? I might go after more salt. There's nothing to say I can't build a second box, is there? It's not the steepest learning curve of any game I've ever played. I had a bash at Elite Dangerous. Oh my goodness, that thing hasn't got a learning curve, it's got a learning cliff. That one is... yeah, it's terrible.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Right, yeah, I think I'm going to get some more salt, because there's nothing to stop me creating a second meat curing box, is there? It just occurred to me, why am I settling for only one meat curing box? Not even going to respond to that one, Anna. Am I carrying firewood? I'm carrying firewood. Of course I am. And what am I not carrying? I'm not carrying my can. Oh. Stalker's got a nice balance between... yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, I can't complain. My experience of Interloper is enough to put me off forever, but I will probably try it again at some point. Just to be difficult. The thing is, it's not the thing that tripped me up every single time in Interloper was not finding matches. That was the thing that really got me. No matches. And you can forget me trying Misery. How about a custom version of Misery where you have nothing but night? You can get that setting. You can get that. And getting progressively colder. Yeah, you could make Misery far worse. Hang on, where am I going? Yes. I am going the way I wanted to. But I tell you what, I mean, if you didn't want to invest in Wintermute as a tutorial, which Anna put me onto, which is why I have that whole tutorial play. 3 words popped into my head: tutorial playlist. No. Then it was Warframe playlist. No. No. Wintermute playlist. That is actually a pretty good tutorial. Yes, I know. As it happens, I don't particularly need to. Oh, that's interesting. Holy. Something just went ding in my ear. For reasons, and I wasn't expecting it. I'll just grab the hide. The other thing I would suggest, if somebody's really struggling, doing a custom run. I've never actually done it to learn a map. I've done it to... I did it because I wanted to do a specific video with a specific scene. And so I set it to the easiest mode and then set it even easier so I could speed run across the the Forsaken Airfield. Even then, you had to be somewhat careful, because I wanted to basically get a recording of the aurora from the Mindful Cottage because it's a beautiful view. I put it to music from Aurora, as it happens. And you actually have to prepare. So I ended up figuring out the best way to do it because I needed about 45 minutes of standing still with the aurora. So I needed a fairly early night. I'm not sure if I got it exactly, but and I needed to be able to survive standing still in this particular scene while I did the recording. And it took me getting there wasn't the huge problem. The problem was getting yourself warm enough so that you could survive the night. Okay.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Was there another hatchet? But in the end, I figured out, yeah, you basically, but speed running across an easy, very, very easy, it actually turned out to be a good way to learn your way around. I wouldn't necessarily suggest it, but if you're really struggling, that really works. Oh, the other way. I think I picked it up, didn't I? Yeah, that's right. By the boat. That's where I was headed. But no, it is kind of interesting that even set to the absolute easiest mode I could, you can see the potential for dying. Even at the easiest level. It took some arrangement for me to stay alive for long enough to get the oh yeah, there was. Huh. Hi, Lucas. Right, actually, my bladder is telling me I need to take a quick break, so I know I can just pause the game pretty much anywhere, but I'm actually going to go hide out in the fishing hut, take a quick piddle break, and then I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Oh, that's right, I used this place, didn't I? Right, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Happy potty break. Thank you. I just realised why I had a ding in my left ear that gave me a jump scare. Penguin Gunner, thank you very much for your subscription. It is much appreciated. Right. What was I doing? Salt. Salt and Wolves. That ought to be the name of a grimdark novel. Am I correct in remembering that there is salt around here, or did I pick the only patch back there? No, I haven't. That's why I'm waiting for the, that's the next thing I want to get, is the pemmican recipe. That's why I went ahead and shot the local bear, not the one I wanted to. Floating fish. Oh, it's only a fire-hardened arrow. Yeah, there's more salt. Also, are you a fire log? No, you're a cattail head. Then we will stagger back. Now, what's amazing, Eugene? My complete inability to... Yeah, I think we're just going to head back at this point. Oh, Pemmican is. Yeah, the lightest, most calorie-dense food in the game. So. Although I confess, I don't know if you can actually make it with rose hips, but on the other hand, I don't see why not. As long as you take the seeds out of the rose hips, because they can irritate you quite badly. Yeah, I think it's sort of 20 rose hips per batch, and I've got 48, so I can make a couple of batches. Of course, I've got scurvy risk. But as I was saying earlier, that means technically Pemmican is a limited resource because there are only so many rose hips in the game, and they don't respawn, do they? Once you've taken them. Oh well, that would keep them going a while. You know, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to take the painkillers. Because, yeah, when you see something moving and it's a bit blurred, for half a second you're not quite sure. Mentioned this before. There is back in the days of Minecraft 1.12, there was a long dark mod for the game, which I think it's still around. It might be interesting to take a look at, but in fact, there are Alaska type mods out there. Which could allow you essentially to do the long dark in Minecraft. Oh, look at that. I assume that's one of my arrows. Okay, a potentially limited resource, but not one you have to worry too much about. If I were more industrious, I would be very tempted to try and reproduce the long dark in Minecraft. That would be kind of interesting. Because it's all quite... You could definitely do it, but the amount of work would be enormous. You'd need to have some serious world edit skills. But if you're prepared to accept a compromise, yeah, there are Alaska type mods, and with improved terrain generation, it does look fairly spectacular. And you do have a very real problem of bears. In fact, they tend to be more aggressive than these. They will literally follow you up. They'll break into your house, they'll follow you up watchtowers, that kind of thing. Trying to remember the name of the Minecraft YouTuber who has done videos about it. I don't know that he's familiar with the Long Dark. What's his name? It's a Canadian gentleman. I want to get the bushcraft bow, I have to admit. Just so that I can criticize it. Because honestly, the bow that you make, it would be easier to make a bundle bow. And you could use... Could you use green birch? Yeah, at a pinch you could. You can actually make a bundle bow out of green wood. And it would be good enough. You wouldn't want to hunt bear with it, but... And just when you think you're going back to safety, you remember there's wolves around here and a bear over that way. It's possible, you know, there's a Vulcan driver update coming out, I think this month, which I think I should be able to get with my current driver pack, that will support higher resolution textures. So this game could conceivably look better still.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Oh, that's 5 kilos of salt right there. Right, where's my hatchets? Multiple hatchets. That's kind of funny. Okay, what am I doing? Have some food. Let's see. Um, what time of day is it? Very tempted to go after that last sack of meat.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
What do you mean you can't carry much more? That's hardly overladen. I mean, look at you. You're practically galloping along like a spring lamb. Oh, this could have been a slight mistake. I think in principle everything's dead between here and that remaining bit of bear. Well, not everything, obviously. I mean, yeah, everything with fur and teeth and claws and an appetite for flesh. Oh, wait a second. Deer have been known to eat meat. Oh, I forgot to drop the deer skin, didn't I? Let's see if I can remember where I left. Should be right around the corner here, shouldn't it? In principle. Yep. One lone sack of bear. Yeah, I'm going to stick it in the travois mainly because it's going to be quicker.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
And we'll go across the ice. You got lucky, Mr. Deer. I picked up a skin from one of your relatives. So I don't need you right now. The idea that an axe head makes scrap metal is kind of funny. Somehow you can take a couple of pounds or a pound, a fairly solid chunk of metal like that, and turn it into scrap. Yeah. That is certainly true. At least some of them, some of the time. Oops, I didn't want to go this way. I'm not having much luck with that. Oh. Got away with that, but missed. I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to happen. What happened? I didn't want to trigger the attack by waiting until it was too late, but that's not what happened, was it? I missed anyway.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Well, at least it didn't steal one of my arrows. Actually, what am I doing? I don't need to carry it around there. I just want to harvest it and dump the meat. And I can use one of my 68% hatchets, of which I seem to have a plethora. You can tell the bear that I killed before. Do they? I didn't know that. To be honest, I've mostly been skipping them because I have, yeah. How many bears is this now? 2?
I wonder if I
3?
can drop any of this gear.
I don't really need the wolves for a snack. Might as well sleep through the night. It's going to be just as soon as I start to learn stuff about this game properly, Black Frost will come out.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
You don't put fish in the curing box? I mean, you're not going to get the same calories, but Oh! Oh, really? I didn't know that. Right, let's go. Oh, I was going to say let's go gathering firewood, but I realised what I haven't done. Okay, that's only decent. Decent. Blasted wolf. Decent. Alright, the wolf gave me a bit of trouble, didn't it? It's not too bad.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Meat curing box. Is that made of fur or cedar? It's fur, isn't it? Fur. Yeah, it would be. Of course it is. And that's cedar. The fir is over there. Oh, I thought there was fur over here. Oh, yeah, well, I'm not going to break down hatchets when I can pick up fur. Well, I should be able to. I managed it last time easily enough. Literally, we got everything we need scattered around this immediate area. Or should do. No, no. Here we go. Maybe. Nope. That's cedar again, isn't it? Oh, come on. I could have sworn last time I was picking up fur from this general area. Tempted to say something like, you silly game, but it's probably just my memory. There's fur! I know there is. I've picked up fur around here. I didn't have to go far for it. Just when I come up with what I think is a halfway decent plan, the game says, now, you know what? We're going to mess with your memory. Nope, that's cedar again. Oh, that's fir. And that's cedar. I thought I looked at that just now, and it wasn't. But yeah, because that, pretty certain that branch straight ahead of me is supposed to be fir. Yeah, because I think last time I took it apart because I was aware of the potential proximity of Yogi up there, and this time I think it said it was cedar. Cedar. Ah, hang on a second. Oh, it's all cedar. They've changed it while I've been playing it. I am going to have a serious word with somebody. Yeah, because previously I could get all the cedar I needed for the woodworking bench. I could get all the fur I needed for the meat curing box, literally from right around here. And no, it's cedar. Cedar, cedar. This is the bit where I start grumbling. Yeah, no, I mean, in Interloper, I figured out where the stuff was, came back, obviously in Stalker, wanted the meat curing box, came here, knew where it was, and now my memory is completely fragmented. And that is cedar again, isn't it? I'm going to triple check. Yeah. Because I don't trust myself to... I don't trust my ability to recognize plant material. I'm not going past the mine. Not with that bear still alive and kicking. I'm still traumatized by what happened last time. There hasn't been a... Oh yes, there was a software upgrade. There was a software upgrade, wasn't there? They did it just recently. Yeah, that's cedar again. In between the last time I built the meat curing box and this time, there was a software upgrade. Because they switched over to Unity 6. And who knows what they may have tweaked. You mean there were? There used to be. I don't think... I'm not sure we can necessarily trust our memories. Not based on what I've just seen. What time of day is it? I got time. I am going to do the cowardly thing. I am going to go back down this way just on the off chance. Because it's safe. Ish. You know, for certain values of safe. Yeah. That is the thing, isn't it? When you return to a familiar area, you for a brief second you think, oh, I've left some moose meat here, haven't I? I know there's firewood down here by these houses, and I think some of it used to be fur, so we'll go check. Oh, that's where one of them went. When did you last get a software upgrade? Oh, yeah, there should be firewood right over there, actually. Well, something. And I'm pretty certain some of it was fur. And why does it have to be fur? Why can't you make a meat curing box? Yeah, it was a few days ago. Yeah. And why do you have to make it out of fur? Why can't you make it out of cedar or fir? Well, obviously my memory's not that bad. But that is cedar, isn't it? Yeah. Did they decide that people were making too many meat curing boxes and decided to nerf it? I have 6 fur out in one of the in one of the fishing huts, don't I? No, it's been a while since I was here. Oh yeah, it was some time ago actually.
Barely walk with this much gear.
I'm not going anywhere near there. Not after last time. And that's cedar. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to go out by... Yeah, I've got fur stashed away over there somewhere, so... What do you want to bet There is no more fur on the coastal highway, and unless you haven't picked it up lately. I need one more piece. There's a slight chance I've got one more piece back in the garage. Very slight. Well, who knows? Maybe it triggers. If you've built a meat curing box in one area, then they reduce the amount of fur they give you. Do I really need 6? Yes. No, I don't. But, here's the thing. Yeah, it does give you firewood. So... it's not nice. And this is all cedar. Cedar and cedar. And more cedar. And I already checked this, didn't I? And besides which, it looks like cedar. The words cedar and fir are going to be repeated quite often. What was that funny noise? I don't like it when the game... Hey! I might not. Depending on how irritated I am when I get back. I have a hatchet that's only 23%. That actually might be worth sacrificing. They ought to let you... Excuse me a moment. Maybe that's what they've done. We'll take away your fallen branches, but we'll give you hatchets instead. It just goes against the grain to do something like that to a perfectly good hatchet. Yeah, oh. I have checked this body out, haven't I? Yeah. Oh, that's the wolf. don't think anything's on your side in this game, is it? Well, in terms of timing, this is working out moderately well. So, I think I'm going to end up leaving you on a cliffhanger. Is he going to sacrifice a hatchet for one extra piece of fur so he can make a meat curing box? Does he have enough salt? Actually, I might. I was very irritated the last time we had a cliffhanger. There was a bear advancing on me across the ice. Outside one of the fishing huts. I thought that's going to make for an interesting experience tomorrow, and no, the bear just respawned somewhere else. That was the 2 bears on the ice day simultaneously.
Is getting too heavy to carry.
Right, and I am genuinely going to bring this to an end. I'm going to go get lunch, that sort of thing. I will be back this evening with Warframe. Join in tomorrow, folks, and we'll find out what I do with hatchets. Actually, do I have more salt? I think so. I obviously... I've got 7 hatchets, including the one that's on me. No. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for the subs on Twitch. If anybody would like to subscribe to me on YouTube, please do. Last time I checked, I had 309 subscribers and was slowly increasing in number. Like I say, I will be back this evening with Warframe at 7 PM Greenwich Mean Time. I will be back tomorrow at 9 AM Greenwich Mean Time with The Long Dark. And almost certainly, but unscheduled, at ridiculously early hour, somewhere between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., I normally do something, another Warframe live stream. Rather than do something challenging like try and get to relearn Armored Core. But subscribers should get notified if YouTube does its part, or followers on Twitch. So anyway, don't forget to leave a like. How come Twitch doesn't have likes? Now that I think about it. Oh, it's got hearts. Huh. Okay. Anyway, I hope you all have a good day. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for participating in chat, those of you who did. It's always nice to have the chat going along. It helps me. Lets others communicate, be together, be part of the community. And that is one of the things that I am doing here, is I'm essentially building two different communities, the Long Dark community, the Warframe community, with some crossover. And it's been very rewarding to do so, I have to say. So, take care of yourselves. Be kind to children and small animals and large animals. Be excellent to each other. Don't forget, on Discord, you are free to exchange recipes and cat pictures and dog pictures. And I will see you all next time.